Welcome back to Space Castle Saturdays, where a grown-ass man in his jammies, that's me, DT, goes about recreating that cozy feeling of my childhood of getting up early to play that new game or console that I'm excited to try out. If you're new here on the channel, thank you so much for migrating over from the main Space Castle channel. If you're new here entirely, thank you so much for checking things out. Every Saturday, I will play a new video game. It might be an old classic game I never got a chance to play as a kid. It might be a classic game that I absolutely love, and it might be a brand new game that I am just super excited to try out and show everybody. So welcome aboard. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you see something you like or if you see something you don't like. And I want to do something a little bit different this time around. I want to do something of like an unofficial unboxing video because I picked up this item back in like November or December. It was like a Christmas gift to myself, and I just never got around to opening it for a lot of reasons. 2025 has been very, very busy so far. And that is the Evercade VSR from Blaze Entertainment. So if you're not familiar, they are a company that is in the business of making retro gaming handhelds and game collections. And what's interesting is the fact that they're not like your Ambernix or anything like that, where it's just straight up emulation and you have to like procure and build up your collection of illegal ROMs on your own. They actually license from the original IP holders all these games and either put them into collections or individual cartridges, and you can go back and buy all these old games and play them legally. So I want to open this up real quick and we'll take a look. We'll learn about it as we go, and then we're going to play some of the games and try this baby out. So first of all, outside the box, this is very, very cool. I love this whole ready to play together situation. The art is just very clean and crisp and cool looking. And yeah, the presentation just makes me excited to play some retro games. So yeah. Okay, right out the box, right out the gate, right off the bat, right off all the things is the console itself. So it's not big, it's relatively small, it's self-contained. You have a hinge right here, and yeah, so this is a dual card model. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can put two cartridges in the same time and switch on the fly, which is really cool. It's got a port for an HDMI out. It's got the power plug in, which I believe it's got the power cable, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with the adapter. So keep that in mind if you think about purchasing one of these. It's very much like the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, which also did not come with its own power adapter, but it did come with a cord. So keep that in mind and have one handy. I believe it has a 5x1:3 requirement for the power adapter, which is not that uncommon. It's pretty easy to like grab one on Amazon or something, and it's certainly not as finicky as the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, which requires a 5x1, or you could fry the system. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, this looks sharp. It looks cool. It's going to look cool in my entertainment center when I mess around with it. Pull up with the rest of the box, and we've got our quick start guide. We don't need this. We're seasoned pros. We know what we're doing. This particular console collection did come with Terminator. Jesus Christ. It is early. I hope you're all enjoying your coffee and your donuts and your oatmeal or whatever. This comes with Tomb Raider 1 through 3 on a cartridge, and we'll open this up in a little bit because I've already got some other boxes, some other collections that I bought as well. And it looks like we've got the controller, which is also very reminiscent of the TurboGrafx 16 controller, which is really cool. X, Y, BA buttons. We get a start, select, D-pad. The D-pad feels a little iffy. We'll try it out. You can also push it in, which is interesting. I wonder if there's any sort of functionality. 4 shoulder buttons, which is pretty cool because this plays a wide variety of games from PlayStation to old Intellivision, Coleco, Atari, and all that type of stuff, which is really, really cool. Amiga, I think. So yeah, very cool controller, very stylish once again. I love the teal and the like the gunmetal gray and the dark gray on top of it. Looks really, really good. I'm excited. We've also got, like I said, the power cord, but no power adapter and no HDMI cable. But it is the year of our Lord 2025, and if you don't have a whole box or drawer full of HDMI cables, what are you even doing? So like I said, I also went ahead and grabbed a bunch of collections. There was a kind of like a crazy sale on top of the fact that this is also sometimes difficult to pick up online. Because they're based in England, it's not always easy to get supply chains over to the Americas and, well, just this America, but also just they sell out pretty quickly. So I saw one online and I was able to snag it. I think it was off of their website actually themselves. They go through a variety of retailers. And I was so psyched to be able to grab one that I just went ahead and grabbed a bunch of collections for it too. And one such collection I'm really, really excited about is the Intellivision collection, which contains Night Stalker, Shark, Slapshot Super Pro Hockey, World Rocket, Snafu, Thunder Castle, Thin Ice, and a bunch of others. I also, like I said, I got the Jaleco the Jaleco Collection 1, which has Styanax. It's got Super Goal 2, it's got Rival Turf, which is super rad. Earth Defense Force, which is a great game. We'll definitely be playing that this morning for sure. And I also picked up the Delphine Cinematique collection, which has Flashback, Operation Stealth, Another World, and Future Wars. And if you're like me and you grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, you're very familiar with Flashback and how kind of weird and cool and quirky and super different it was when it first came out. So we'll probably play a little bit of that as well. And what's really cool is the fact that, like I said, you can put the two cartridges into the console itself and switch on the fly. So we won't have a difficult time of going back and forth and trying a bunch of different games. So yeah, what really gets me about this though is the fact that they really put a lot of time and effort into the presentation for these game collections. It comes in a clamshell and it's very reminiscent of the old Sega Genesis clamshell boxes, which is super cool. And of course you pop it open and you've got the cartridge itself. And what's really interesting about this is the fact that the cartridges contain both the game files, but also, if I remember correctly, the emulation software as well. So it's very, very plug and play. They're kind of self-contained units that just kind of emulate onto the console itself and you're like off and running. But what's also really cool is you open this up and it comes with instruction manuals. Again, if you're like me, you missed that experience of opening up a game in the car on the ride home after staring at the box for the first couple of blocks and poring over the instruction manual, learning about the game world and the story and everything that's about to happen when you get home and put this thing into your console. So the artwork is really, really cool. Let me try and not get glare on this. You've got the Intellivision sort of, it's the box art basically, but what's awesome is that you pop this up, or you open this up and you take a look and you've got your table of contents. You've got a little bit of history about Intellivision or whatever console or platform this happened to be on originally when it first came out. And then you've got all this like historical information and photos of the console itself, which is really, really cool. You get to learn about the history of gaming as you're playing the history of gaming, which is one of like the best features of the Evercade. So like I said, you flip through it and you've got instructions, like full on instruction manual instructions. And that is just such a cool thing to just hold in your hand. And it's not as tall as the old classic Genesis instruction manuals, but it's still really, really neat to have something that was designed with love and care. Like you got diagrams and you got like actual art from the game, like as a framing device for the information therein. This was put together passionately with love and for people that are passionate and really love video games too. And I just wholly appreciate that. And I love supporting something like this. By the way, this video was not sponsored by Blaze Entertainment or Evercade. This is just something I wanted to pick up and play for myself because I love retro video games, and this seems like a really cool, interesting, legal way to play a bunch of old classic games without getting busted by the FBI. And yeah, I wanted to convey my excitement for finally opening this thing after I bought it 4 months ago and taking a look. So, but yeah, you've got full instructions for each game that's contained on the cartridge. And I think that's about it. Some of these actually come with posters too, which is wild. I think the Jaleco collection might have a poster for, I don't know. Let's find out actually. Again, another really cool instruction manual. And the poster is... Okay, so this one is actually just a poster for the Jaleco Vision itself. But I mean, come on. Like, I'd be jazzed as hell to have this on my wall as an 8-year-old. This is just cool. Yeah, I really want to play some video games. So let's pop this open, let's plug it in, and let's play some fucking video games. Okay, so here we are in the Evercade VSR dashboard, so to speak. And yeah, it looks like it's loaded up both cartridges already. So we get Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. We've got Totally Rad from, is it Jaleco or Jaleco? Somebody hit me up in the comments, let me know, because I always call it Jaleco when I was a kid. But I think that's just because I was like accustomed to saying ColecoVision. I have no idea. But yeah, here we go. We get like Operation Logic Bomb, Rival Turf, Bases Loaded, Astyanax, Brawl Brothers, City Connection, which is an awesome game you can actually play on your Nintendo Switch too. Earth Defense Force. I say we fire up the original Tomb Raider and just see how this thing emulates a PS1 game. So, like I said before, we got the controller here. It's got the Y or X, Y, A, B, A buttons, start and select, a D-pad, 4 shoulder buttons, and a center button, which brings you back to this dashboard. And I apologize, this display is wider screen than I thought it was going to be, so it's kind of getting cut off on my little 1999, 2002, whatever TV with my awesome Hive sticker and Hopsky Canoe sticker on it. Everything seems to be working, like I can move around and stuff, so let's try Tomb Raider. But yeah, I apologize. The game should be fine, because I think the games, let's double check real quick, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can do the original aspect ratio. So this kind of stretched out sort of widescreen dashboard will give way to the original aspect ratio of the games. So we should be totally fine. Go back into this. Tomb Raider. That's pretty cool. It gives you some backstory and some history in the game. Looks like it has save states, like your Nintendo and Super Nintendo classics, that'd be pretty cool, actually. That's awesome. Let's hit play. Let's check out the loading time and see how this thing operates. I haven't played Tomb Raider in probably 20 years. I actually prefer Tomb Raider 2. I had a lot of fun with that game. My best friend used to come over. We used to play it all the time. It's super fun. And since this is kind of like an unofficial, like unboxing type video, I typically will play these games for like an hour or so. But since we spent a bunch of time like going through the details of the Evercade and whatnot, I'm probably just going to do like a brief overview of some of the games and just see how it functions and kind of goof off a little bit. It looks good. I mean, it looks like PlayStation 1. It's not choppy. It's not screwing up, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and just fire up the game, though. That's the title screen. I remember that. All right, we got Lara's home controls. Let's check the controls real quick. Step left, step right, look and walk. Draw the weapon. Pretty standard. Screen adjust, we're good. Sound sounds good to me. Let's go game. Let's start this. And this is like a 100-year-old game, so we don't need to watch the opening cutscene. We'll just skip right to the gameplay. All right, loading screen. It's going pretty fast, probably faster than the PS1 did, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's see. We got pull the guns out, put the guns away. Jump button. The roll button. Turn right. Turn left. Turn right. Turn left. You can turn left in Tomb Raider, right? Uh-oh. Well, let's run forward. We'll jump just because we can. We'll roll just because we can. We got wolves coming up, so we'll pull the pistols out. We got the Indiana Jones. Okay. Turn right. I can't turn left. Hold on. Like, I was able to do it in the dashboard, the menu. I can't turn left. And what the hell? What the fuck? Okay. Is this like a... Okay, we have to put those away because we have to like grab onto the wall, right? I don't remember being this bad at Tomb Raider. There's like a grab button. I don't remember. Yeah, there's a grab button in Tomb Raider, yeah. Jump, grab the wall, climb up, jump, grab the wall again. Yeah, okay, I remember how to play Tomb Raider. But I can't turn left. I found a secret. And that secret is this thing. Wow. All right, maybe this is like an isolated incident. The controller's plugged in correctly. Everything seems to be working fine otherwise. Just flip around. I can't turn left. Okay. Everybody remembers Tomb Raider. It looks good. It's playing very, very smoothly. It looks sharp. I just can't turn left. Oh. Shooting bats. I'm just having to get creative with the controls, but I mean, the game looks great. It looks great. Man, this just really sucks that I can't turn left. Fudge. Okay, well, I say we go back to the title screen and we try something else. I like Earth Defense Force. It's a fun game. It's a shmup, if you will. Sorry about Tomb Raider, guys. That was fucking weird. This is good coffee, though. Yeah. Everybody's seen the title screen. Everybody's played Earth Defense Force. Start. Select our weapon. I'm gonna go Vulcan. Whoop. Good luck. All right. I can't move left. Oh no! Oh no! I can't move left. Okay, I'm gonna. I can't. No, there's no way. No amount of like mashing it is letting me move left. We're gonna come back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna power down the system. I'm gonna get it on the Wi-Fi here on the Space Castle. Maybe there's a patch for the console that will fix this. Let's try. Hopes and prayers, everybody. Good God. Okay, so this won't recognize any local networks either. Let's do a factory reset. Okay, so we did a factory reset, and now we can see my Wi-Fi connection. And my Wi-Fi, which was not chosen by Goldblum, it was chosen by me. Told him to tell you otherwise, is tell your Wi-Fi love her. You guys don't get to see the password, sorry. Yes. Okay. We're updating. I hope there's a firmware for the controller because I'd really like to play this and be able to turn left. Thanks for sticking with me, everybody. If you're enjoying watching me squirm and be very uncomfortable trying to get this thing running, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment down below and express your secondhand shame and embarrassment. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good time? Saturday's off to a good start. Any big plans for the weekend? Anything going on the following week that you're kind of relaxing and recharging for? Or anybody see that new Superman trailer? That was pretty dope. I'm officially sold on Corn Sweat as Superman. He looks really, really good. I'm very, very excited for that movie. It looks awesome. Validating update. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're restarting again. Parameter writing. U-boat writing. Boat writing. Roots writing. I typically don't have to do this much editing on these videos. If you're tired of waiting, maybe consider checking out my main channel, Space Castle. It's youtube.com/Space Castle Show, where I do all kinds of nerdy, like not long form, they're short form essays on like movies and TV shows and some video game stuff and cartoons and stuff that I really love from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Yeah, come hang out and subscribe over there if you're not already subscribed over there, and really help me out. I really appreciate it. Okay, we've rebooted. We're up to date. I really hope that they've thought about this, if this is like an existing issue and they've patched it already. I can still move left in the dashboard, so that's good. Let's go back to Tomb Raider. I can still move left and right. Let's play Tomb Raider. Otherwise, we'll just blow through a few of these games not moving left at all, and we'll just kind of call it a day. And then I will contact Blaze Entertainment's customer service and see if they know what is going on. I bought this back in like December, so hopefully I'm not outside any sort of like customer support boundaries or something. We'll see. Okay, we're going to blow through all this. Title screen is going to be the test. Let's see if I can move left on the title screen. I can. We did it, everybody. Well, hold on. Let's play the game first. Game. Start game. This is a real test. I'm going to be so happy if this works. I can turn left. I can't tell you how liberated that feels. My God. I can actually play Tomb Raider. I can shoot guns. I can jump. Oh, this is so much better. I can actually play the game properly. Oh man, I'm so relieved because this has been like really cool unboxing this thing and like goofing off and stuff. And I was really worried that I was going to be not able to play this at all and have to like send stuff back to Blaze all across like Britain, across the Atlantic with all the shipping nonsense happening. I would have just honestly given up. Tried to like resell it to like a local game store and tell them like, hey, like the controller's effed, you will have to replace it. But okay, man, like, okay. We got all the things happening. We can jump. We can grab. Oh, I didn't hold on. That's okay. We already know it's up there. We don't have to mess around with it. We're gonna go actually do some stuff in Tomb Raider real quick, if that's cool with everybody. Like I wanted to do 15 minutes ago. I know you're there, Bats. I know you're there. How many of you first discovered women and went into puberty the first time you played Tomb Raider? Okay, let's explore. I think we're done. None that embarrass myself. Yeah, I kind of want to play more Earth Defense Force. Steinax is a pretty good kind of approachable side scroller hack and slash game. Rival Turf is pretty fun too. We could play that. It's like your arcade style beat 'em up game. Jaleco, whatever your name was, you made good stuff back in the day. I'm really, really happy I bought this collection. We're going to speed things along. We're going to play a bunch of games and we're going to call it good because I don't want to tie up anybody's time more than I have already. Rick Norton, Neo, Cisco, PI. We're skip all this stuff. We're just going to play games. Push button. One player. Let's do it. We'll begin at Rick Norton. My dude from the opening sequence we skipped. This is very Capcom feeling. Very like Street Fighter. Jump button, kick button. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're in the thick of it, the D-pad feels good. It's very responsive. There's no delay. This is a wired controller with a USB port. The buttons feel really good. I was a little concerned that the emulation would have a little bit of a delay, like something like a Raspberry Pi, which I know most people swear by them, but okay, that's just me getting my ass kicked. That's my fault. A lot of people swear by Raspberry Pi, but depending on your setup and the controller you use, I've always found like a slight delay. Like I've gone into like friend's house and I'll play like Mega Man X or Mega Man 2 games that I'm particularly pretty good at and get thrown off by the weird delay and it just doesn't feel right. I think I died. I don't know. Maybe I'm in rage mode. I don't know. But no, this feels really good. Like this is spot on. Like there's no delay. Buttons feel pretty good. I don't think they're any more or less mushy than like the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis buttons, which is really good. I don't know if there's a Contra style game to do like the Contra chest in the D-pad after all the nonsense we've been through on the D-pad already, but it feels really good. It feels really good. I would love to play some old point and click adventure games. I don't know if this thing's powerful enough to run like Sega CD and whatnot, but that'd be pretty cool. I didn't realize my health was that low. Look at this big guy. Oof. Fair. I deserved it. I recently started playing Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 2 for Sega Genesis again, just because I have a big affinity and a lot of really good memories of those games. And man, it was easy to pick it up and play it, but you get to like the 4th or 5th level in Streets of Rage, and all of a sudden it just kicks into overgear. You get to the boss where you have to fight the two women at once, and it just wrecked me. But I was on easy street up to that point. This is a gigantic boss. And Shang-Chi stole this. I like how the dude in the mohawk in the back is like, yeah, kick his ass. Oh. I like the wide array of kicks and stuff you can do. It's pretty cool. Alright, we'll get off this bus and we'll take a look into the game. I might actually, I'm going to power down and switch cartridges and take a look at like Flashback or something. See how that runs on this. Come on. Oh, that guy's weird looking. Oh, and I tired him out. All it took was one hit. Dang. Oh, that knife back. Man, they could, like, grab that knife, they really go after you. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it's hard to mess up the sound of these old games. I am listening, obviously, through my headphones. I would tell you what brand they are, but I feel like I've done enough product placement for this video already, but you can probably tell just by looking at them. But yeah, everything sounds fine. There's no glitching. There's no anything. There's no artifacting. It's all emulation, but like I said, it's all onboard emulation. So it's playing straight from the console, which is, or the cartridge inside the console, which is pretty cool. I think that it's also obviously what allows them to have a wide variety of platforms available for the cartridges to play on this console, because the software to emulate is built in on a plug-and-play basis. Damn! Messed that dude up. That's insane. I don't know if it's because I was in like glowing mode or if that guy was just particularly light. Maybe he should eat some sandwiches. I don't know. Okay. Quit. I do want to try something at risk of effing things up. I want to see if it'll read the cartridges as I pull them out and plug them in. It does. Oh, that's actually really cool. I actually love that a lot. Okay. We got Intellivision with a bunch of Intellivision games. Those are going to be like very simple games. As much as I want to play Slapshot Super Pro Hockey, I really want to jump into the Amiga Delphine Cinematique collection, and I really want to play Flashback. So let's pop that in. See if we have any issues with popping this in. I don't think we will. I think it's just gonna like immediately load the games onto the dashboard. Hopefully, maybe. It refreshes. Okay, that's super cool. That is so user-friendly. Oh, I love it. Okay. Looks like everything is in alphabetical order. We're gonna play Flashback. And I think we'll call it good. We'll mess around with this for a little while, and you guys have been incredibly patient as I troubleshoot this thing. Hopefully that's interesting for you guys, and if you guys end up picking one of these up and your left D-pad button doesn't work in the games, you know to hook it up to the internet and run an update, because Blaze Entertainment has taken care of this ish. So, sweet. We're going to skip ahead. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead. This game is odd and different and unique, and like the rotoscoping and stuff was super cool back in the day. And like these graphics, this is one of those games where it's like Prince of Persia, where everything's rotoscoped and everything is made to feel weighted. Like it's not Mario where you just jump around and stuff. Like it's meant to feel like you're actually controlling a person. And as such, it's weird to kind of get used to because you have wind-up animations and stuff. So got a gun. Got this jump. I think we're just gonna... Yep, we're good. There's our run button. We'll drop down. I don't remember if we died. No, we didn't die. We're good. hollow cube. What's our action button? Man, these controls are wild, dude. It's something else. There we go. Got it. Man, I don't even remember what to do. It's just one of those games where like it was like a rental or like your buddy had it at like his house. I don't remember what to do. Do I go back around? Got the hollow cube. Yeah, we did this already. Go behind the tree. I wish I remember how to play this game. It's been a long time. The D-pad's a little bit tricky with this one because it's one of those D-pads that kind of sits on like a disc, like the latter Sega Genesis controllers. So pushing down and then trying to roll forward takes a little bit of patience. Man, I don't remember what to do next. I don't think I ever got very far in this game at all back in the day. So, hold up. Maybe we got to go back the way we came. Oh, went too far. And it was the worst episode of Space Castle Saturdays they ever had. Just kidding. Do I have to like shoot something? I have no idea. I don't know. Let's quit and play something else. I'm going to come back to that because this is a game I actually really wanted to play when I got this Evercade. So, yeah. Future Wars, that was a pretty cool game. Yeah. We'll try this out too. This is way back in like the late 80s, I think. Like I said, the Amiga. Like this is like very point. That's right. Future Wars is a fucking point and click. Oh my god, I want to play like King's Quest and stuff on this. Oh no way! If you hit the select button, it brings up the keyboard. Okay, I want to play. Oh my god, all I want to do is play like Sam and Max and like Police Quest. Oh. You were standing in the cradle, perched on top of a skyscraper. Muddled traffic noises reach your ears as you work energetically at what is, believe it or not, your full-time job. There's Ed, the boss. He smugly watches the employee hard at work, but you know from experience that when he has that look on his face, things are going to get tough for you before long. Oops. Those graphics from back in the day, man. They're all like sunsetty and reflected in the mirrors. It's awesome. The list of invectives that Ed hurls at you would be too long to quote here. You decide to sit back and let the storm pass. Woo! That was a nasty moment. Okay, I wonder how the controls work. Yes, okay. So, we examine stuff. You hit the B button to bring up the menu. Examine things. Empty bucket. Scaffolding. Hero. Scaffolding controls. We'll do take the bucket. Oh, I have to move. How do I move? Okay, I use the B button to move, or A button to move them around. This is cool. This is going to take forever to play, but man, this is super dope. I love it. Let's take the bucket. Okay, so you picked up the bucket. Let's operate the scaffolding. It doesn't work. Come on over here, my dude. There we go. Now let's operate. Let's operate the scaffold. Let's suppose you're trying and don't. Let's mention it again. Okay, what do you want me to do then? We'll use. No, we don't want to use the empty bucket. Examine. There's a control box in the cradle. You notice 2 buttons on the box. Okay, so we have to examine it, see the buttons, and then use the buttons. We're going to operate the green button. You press the green button, nothing happens. We're going to operate the red button. You press the red button, click, the motor starts running. Neat. Can we do it again? Nothing happens. Okay. So the control box is cradle. You notice 2 buttons on it. Yeah, we've already done that. Yeah. What if I use the window? Can I use the window? Operate the window. Okay, it's opening. Okay, we did it. You climb over the windowsill and cautiously enter the building. We did something. So that's how this plays, and I'm very, very excited. This is like a point-and-click adventure. That looks like a bathroom. That's going to make me operate the door. Operate the sink. You have better things to do. If you guys ever played Police Quest or like Space Quest or those games, they're or King's Quest, they're very, very snarky and very condescending in a loving way. It's kind of amazing. This is going to be something that I definitely want to play more of in depth, because this is one where like you have a beer or maybe a little edible, and you just vibe on this for like 6 hours. Yeah, come a little closer. We're not going to examine. You don't see anything unusual. There we go. I can feel something under my feet. What? What? Examine the carpet. Notice a small bump in one of the corners of the carpet. We're going to operate the carpet. Onto the key. Oh, wait, a little key has slid under the carpet. You pick it up. Alrighty, let's use the key on door. No, it's not the right one. In any case, the door doesn't need to be locked. Okay. Can we operate this door? That's what's his face. Ouch, the boss. He doesn't look as though he appreciates your escapades. You get a nasty feeling in the pit of your stomach and think you might be better off going back to work. What is this? What is this right here? Examine waste paper bucket. There's a large red plastic bag in the waste paper basket. Let's take plastic bag. You pick up the plastic bag. It feels completely empty. Let's take the waste paper basket. Okay, let's go this way. Let's operate the. Let's examine this. A pot plant. It's a pot plant. When you examine it closely, you realize it's made of plastic. Okay, we're gonna move our dude over here. Going to operate the door. Oh, he doesn't want us. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's examine the cupboard. Doesn't seem to be locked. Let's operate it. Whoops. Operate the cupboard. Cupboard is open. All it contains is a canister of insecticide. We're going to take that insecticide. You remove the canister. Okay, that's enough of this. There's going to be a story building. Obviously, I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. Let's go back and look at something else real quick. What do we want to look at? I would love to play more Earth Defense Force, and then I'm going to call this video good. In fact, I might just like play myself off while playing Earth Defense Force, if that's okay with you guys. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me this Saturday morning. Hopefully all the troubleshooting to get this thing working was worth it. You learned something. Otherwise, hope you had a great time hanging out with me on this Saturday morning. I hope that you have a great weekend. I hope that you have a great week ahead of you. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment down below on your thoughts on what you've seen here today, if you own an Evercade, if you had the left D-pad button issue like I had it, you were able to fix it, I just wanted to hear all about your experiences. If you have any questions about this thing, I'm going to continue to play it. Leave a comment down below, and I'll mess around with this thing and see if I can answer any questions, because I know this thing is kind of a strange novelty, but I really, really like it so far once it started working. So, yeah. All right, Earth Defense Force, and I'm just going to shut the F up, play this for a little while. And that's how that's done, when you can actually move left. And that was the end of me. Happy Saturday, everybody. Yeah, I'll continue.